Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are we with the work? I would say 100. I mean, I don't think a 1 to 10 scale is adequate to express how satisfied we are with how things turned out. I mean, it's just incredible. We're extraordinarily happy.
The house came out far more beautiful than we ever could have imagined. I think to me, it looks like it's a magazine, but it feels like home.
I'm Stephen Warshawski. This is my wife, Kim, and we live in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We originally heard about Hart White Interiors from a prior decorator who had worked with Kirsten and highly praised her work. And when we were looking for someone to help with our current project, we knew she would be a good person to contact. And after we spoke with her, we realized she was the perfect person for the job.
Hart White Interiors, the beginning of the service was coming to our house in Connecticut and looking at the house and the floor plan, and then selecting all of the furnishings from rugs and window treatments and furniture, and then finally coming up at the end of the project to do the final installation.
Hart White provided services from start to finish of our entire redecorating project for our home. And one of the aspects that they did so well was not just picking out the items for the home, but pulling it together in a way that went along with our own thoughts and ideas about how we might want the house to look, but they were able to envision it and realize it in a way that we never would have thought possible. And I think that part of that is also really not just putting the pieces together, but putting it together in a decorative way, in a beautiful way, in a way that the house is actually presenting itself in a way that we've just never lived somewhere before.
One of the things I like most about Hart White Interiors was that they really took the time to figure out what our style is, as opposed to sort of doing what they thought was right. And I couldn't really describe what my style was or what I wanted the house to look like, but they managed to really figure that out really to a T. They took the time, they had us fill out a questionnaire with a lot of details about what we liked and didn't like and how we live, and they took that to really do all the details in the house the way we really love, even though we didn't know how it needed to be, how we wanted it to be.
Yeah, it was a very personalized approach, and they're able to analyze and understand our own aesthetic choices and our own aesthetic preferences in ways that probably before the process began, we wouldn't even have been able to articulate as clearly, but they just zeroed in on what was right for us. And when they would start coming together with their ideas and possible patterns and fabrics and textures and pieces and so on, you could just see that we were on the right track, and it was really wonderful to see how it all came together like that.
I was nervous in the beginning because I didn't really know what we wanted the house to look like, and it was a big project for us, but I felt confident right from the beginning that they knew what they were doing and that what they were going to do was going to be great. And even though we took a trip down to North Carolina to help make the final selections, I think in the end we probably didn't even need to do that, because I think they would have picked out everything we liked and we wouldn't have even needed to be there. But we're glad we did, because it was fun.
Yes,
they were
a lot
really
of fun
to work with. One of the things that makes Hart White Interiors different from other design companies is they really focus on all the details. They got the big things all down to the little things. When they came for the installation, I love that they took the time to go to a local antique store and find little decorative items to put around the house to make it really feel like home. They really paid attention to every little detail, even little color coordinated chocolates around the house to really make it feel like home and just all come together.
I think that's right. I think how comprehensive they are in their ability to envision a project, to execute a project, and really I think, extraordinary level of quality and professionalism that they bring to what they do really marks them as special in this field. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are we with the work? I would say 100. I mean, I don't think a 1 to 10 scale is adequate to express how satisfied we are with how things turned out. I mean, it's just incredible. We're extraordinarily happy.
The house came out far more beautiful than we ever could have imagined. I think to me, it looks like it's a magazine, but it feels like home. The thing I really like about Hart White Interiors is how they worked in existing items we already had. We started the project with a chandelier we had found in the city, and we really loved it, but we weren't really sure how to go from there. And they took the theme of the leaves on the chandelier and they put it throughout the house, which we really loved, and it didn't look overdone.
We recommend Hart White Interiors, absolutely, because they're the best at what they do. They're a pleasure to work with. It was a fun project, and you're going to end with something that you're just so happy with.
We would definitely recommend Hart White Interiors to anyone. Working with Kirsten was great. She has a lot of talent, and just having Gina there also was a bonus. They work great as a team. I think having 2 people to work with just was an extra special, because they both had great ideas and could bounce things off each other. They were just a lot of fun to work with.